Rosenstein and the scumbags at the Department of Justice have completely ignored the House of Representatives' request for unmasked documents pertaining to the FISA warrants. Is a constitutional crisis brewing? Are they waiting for the next deep state false flag operation? Coming up next on Deceptions of the Ages News. Hello everybody and welcome to Deceptions of the Ages News. Such important story today, I don't even have time to ask you to subscribe. But if you could, it would be great because you are going to get updated on real stories with real information and not the lies you get in the mainstream TV and on most of these YouTube channels. Now today we're going to talk about something that started a couple weeks ago when Barack Obama basically fled the country. Why did he flee the country? Because of the FISA warrants. Now, enough people have come forward and explained that Barack Obama met with his national security advisor and a number of people at the Department of Justice in order to plot the overthrow of the new sitting president of the United States, which is treason. So the House of Representatives gave the Department of Justice and Rosenstein exactly until April 5th to cough up these documents unredacted. Did they do it? Of course not. They just thumbed their nose. And why would they do that? Well, we're going to have to explore some options, which we always do on Deceptions of the Ages News. Now, the first and most obvious reason that Rosenstein and the crooked Department of Justice, to include the FBI, have thumbed their nose at the House of Representatives that are investigating this matter is because of what is on the line. What is on the line is Barack Obama and their necks. Because what they did when they sat in the White House after Trump was elected and went through with their insurance policy, that was high treason. And in the definition of high crimes and misdemeanors outlined in the United States Constitution, that is the crime that Barack Obama is going to ultimately go to jail or prison or ultimately hang for. Now, in a previous report, I said that I was sure that the Department of Justice was going to thumb their nose and create a constitutional crisis, which is exactly what happened. This is why Barack Obama has fled the country, because he doesn't want to be anywhere around when things start to unfold. So the situation now is you have the United States House of Representatives and you have people that are waiting for these documents. And you have the Department of Justice who says, we don't have to give them the documents. Why don't they have to give them the documents? What could possibly save them from treason and the ultimate constitutional crisis that we have not seen since the Richard Nixon administration? And believe you me, this one is much, much worse. So we have people on Fox News like Judge Napolitano saying that there are going to be subpoenas that are going to be issued for these people at the Department of Justice. And other people are saying that there is going to be some kind of impeachment for these people at the Department of Justice. Well, whatever it is, it's not happening very fast. And people say it's going to happen this week. Well, that all remains to be seen. But what would save these people and Barack Obama from his ultimate fate is the upcoming false flag operation. Now, what are the options? We have a situation now in Syria where they're talking about using chemical weapons or retaliating for Syria using chemical weapons against a few dozen people. You have the situation in Israel on the border with the Palestinians and the Palestinians trying to rush the border and being killed daily. Of course, there's North Korea. And North Korea could at any moment, even though it looks positive and it looks like Kim Il-jung is going to negotiate with Donald Trump, that could flash into a different situation at any minute. We also have boycotts against China or tariffs against China. And we have the situation in Europe with Russia. So there are many things that could happen within the next few weeks. And this is what I believe is going to happen. Now, why do I think this? If you remember the movie Back to the Future, there was a famous line in it where Doc Brown told his young protege, Michael J. Fox, when they were thinking about building that railroad so they could get back to the future, he said, you have to think fourth dimensionally. And that's what we have to do as well. The first thing we have to remember is that there have been Las Vegas shooting. There was a church shooting in Texas. There was a year ago in Parkland, in the Parkland, town of Parkland, remember the airport shooting where a guy came and said that the devil had instructed him to fly to that particular city and start shooting people to death. So a year later, the same thing with this crazy kid, Cruz, at the high school. So think about it like this. Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton won the election. This was supposed to happen. That's what the insurance policy was for. All these operations from Las Vegas to the church shooting in Texas to Parkland, these are all deep state operations meant to take away our guns. At this point in time, Hillary Clinton was supposed to be the president and the guns were supposed to have been grabbed. They have the UN troops here ready to do it. They have enough of a crazy incited U.S. population of people that were brought in here for no other reason than to attack Americans under our so-called immigration policy. And these people are just waiting to go on the attack. So what Barack Obama and his cronies of scumbags are waiting for is something to happen that is going to destroy the government. So as a viewer of Deceptions of the Ages News, I am warning you right now, the next few weeks are very dangerous because they've already come for the guns. They're already going after the guns. All throughout the country, municipalities are talking about taking the guns. And at the same time, they have the UN is here. They have millions of Muslim terrorists, gang members, people who are just disaffected, and of course these crazy students that are actually Americans but haven't been taught anything but BS their whole time they've been in school. So you have this whole population of people that are ready to go. They're ready to fight, and they're ready to attack Americans. So as a viewer of Deceptions of the Ages News, I'm telling you, be careful. If you can arm yourself, if you can get food, things are going to happen very soon now. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, but you guys, we got to stick together. So this is Deceptions of the Ages News. I'm telling you that Barack Obama and the deep state and the Soros and the Rothschilds are ready to make their move on America. And I wish they weren't. I wish it weren't true, but it is. So this is Deceptions of the Ages News. You better watch yourself. And we'll see you next time.